All right, we're here with Sharon Crost, who's coming over from the US, and she's here at the Marketing Now conference, and she's been talking to us about interactive marketing. We've been throwing balls around, frisbees and mad stuff like that, and we've only got 4 minutes of tape left, so we're just going to let her sort of tell us really quickly, 3 minutes, what you've been teaching us today.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for having me, and hello to New Zealand. I'm just actually proud to be here because there's an amazing group of folks out there that are learning about social media. And my role was just to be interactive, to really challenge people to think about from their own perspective, what do they need to do to bring social media alive. And yeah, we were throwing around beach balls and frisbees because these beach balls and frisbees, it's an analogy to say that these are the superpowers that we have. We have superpowers, we have brands, we have ideas, we have stories to tell. And the idea of using these beach balls was an interactive way to say, go out and tell your story. Amazing stories to tell. There are great tools to use to tell the stories. So go out and tell the stories, use the tools that are out there, use them effectively, and develop your communities, indulge your communities. Go out and develop your communities so that they can be successful. Love your communities. So that's really about what the workshop is about.
Cool. And I suppose a lot of people that watch this, especially in New Zealand, are just starting to pick up Twitter and stuff now. And when I started back in mid-2007, I remember Aidan, who's standing right there actually, he taught me, he's like, you got to find your voice, and and talking about telling stories and stuff, it's like, where do I start? But like, what advice would you give to someone that's just starting out and they want to try and start getting involved with Twitter and Facebook?
You do need to find your voice, but you can also listen.
Sure.
And it's much easier to listen. So the first step is really to listen. Listen to those people that are speaking. And you can find your voice by listening to them.
Cool.
And giving them ideas to engage together. So you do want to engage in a conversation together, but it starts by first being the ears, listening to what's being said, and then to participate in that conversation.
And what would be the biggest tip, once you start speaking, obviously Chris said you don't want to be that guy that's just like, just looking at my new website, it's got this on and selling, blah, blah, blah. You don't want to be slamming, you just want to actually engage with your, make your customers your friends instead of trying to just sell.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the first thing that you can do to start is find your customers who really like you and promote them. Instead of promoting yourself, look at your customers, look what they're doing, and think of ways that you can promote your customers.
Yeah. Cool. I think we're about to run out of tape,
Okay.
so that sucks. But 1 more minute. Cool. I've got heaps of questions for you. One of the big things you said, what's holding people back, and people are possibly their boss, the unknown. It's just too much. But then you sort of.
There are some villains. There are really some problems with social media. There are things that are concerns for people. And what was interesting is here, the number one concern was actually lack of knowledge and skills.
Yeah, that's right.
And so because people are really questing to get involved in this, really it's the knowledge and skills, and developing that knowledge and skills is really today about playing. So many of the tools are free, so many of the accounts are free, so it really becomes going out and taking a risk, taking a jump, and starting to play in some of the social media.
Just Google stuff.
And just do it.
And the coolest, last coolest thing was, damn it, the viral water experiment. I'll talk about it later, but it was the coolest.
We had a virus. We definitely started a virus
worked,
today. So we actually used some chemicals to start a virus, and people were excited when they were able to get their ideas engaged and start the virus going. So we did have a lot of fun today.
Cool. Thank you so much, Sharon.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Cool.
Cheers.